West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast. West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast.
I'm eating a yogurt, boy. Let me just finish eating my yogurt before we get into this cricket. One half of the Caribbean Cricket Podcast, Machel St. Patrick here. Welcome to day 3, live watch-along. New Zealand versus West Indies. We resume 41 runs behind, 2 wickets down. Last 10 overs of the day yesterday, John Campbell nicking off for 14. Anderson Phillip pinned on the crease, LBW. Brandon King and Kevem Hodge coming out to bat. Can we get a lead? That's the first target. Can we get a lead? Can we still be batting at the end of day 3? Can we put on a total that forces New Zealand to have to work to win this test match? Right. Yogurt finish. Let's move. Let's get into this now. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Like, share, subscribe. Caribbean Cricket Podcast. You done know already. Those of you who aren't in the live watch along, maybe in the Caribbean Cricket Podcast Discord, you can become or you can get into the Caribbean Cricket Podcast Discord by becoming a patron. Just head to www.patreon.com/cabcricket and I shall send you the link as long as you first ball of the day and that's defended on middle stump there by Kevem Hodge. Just become a patron, paid patron. Just go pick the minimum tier and you too can get into the CCP Discord and chat along with them, man, about different stuff and so on and so forth. Or maybe you don't want to chat with them, man. More often, sometimes I have to put some of them, man, in the Discord on timeout because they be chatting a bag of fart. So you don't know already how it goes. Anyway, it's that first ball by who's bowling, folks? What the hell? What the hell just happened there? Was Hodge on the pull? Second ball of the day. Let me have a look at that one again. Short one from folks. Oh no, sorry. I didn't actually. Hodge did the right thing, but you're just trying to pull that away, but on the edges it. It's actually a good take behind the stumps from Ray and from Hay. Third ball of the day, folks, bounding in to Hodge. And Hodge defends that. In behind that. No run. What's that noise? Okay, we're all good. $32 for 3. We trail by 41. Kevem Hodge is on 3 from 8 balls. Brandon King, 15 from 25 balls. Enough balls. 70 of you in the watch along so far. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. I need to get these glasses fixed at the optician tomorrow, man. They're bent up on my face, cuz. Defends again, no run. Kevem Hodge. The Kiwi commentators were saying that if West Indies are going to score runs, today is the best day to bat. So we shall see. That don't mean anything for West Indies, though, because we've got a team of night watchmen. So that don't mean anything. We could collapse in the next half an hour for all I know. Defended, no run. 82 of you in the live watch along. Let me drink my coconut water. It's good for you. Good for your blood pressure. Irian Swami says, as an Indian fan, I want to appreciate the fight West Indies have shown. Big up to Irian Swami. Or should I call you Irian Sammy? Final ball of the first over of the day. And Hodge is on the drive through the covers, and that should be 4. Yeah, all the way to 4. West Indies moved to 36 for 2. That's the end of the over. And we trail by 37. It's not putting the score up. I'm not actually tired. Well, I don't work on Thursdays, so not actually tired at the moment. But I can't see myself lasting more than 1.5 sessions. Right, where's my thing? Where's the thing? Where's the thing? Where's the blood, fam? I can't even. Sorry, people. I'm trying to. There we go. There we go. There's the score. Got the score up. 100 of you in the watch along. Big up yourselves. Right, Duffy will take the ball at the other end. Remember, people, Blair Tickner is injured. He busts up his shoulder. So they're one seamer down. Defended. Brandon King, no run. Rod says, any expectations from Hodge in terms of a score? What's he on at the moment? 7? What's a score for a West Indian, though? Over 30 is a good score for a West Indian batter. Because remember, most of them average like 25. So if they get like over 30, if a West Indian batter gets over 30, that's the equivalent of like 75 in most other nations. Oh, there's a bit of bounce there. But well negotiated by Brandon King. Into the leg side, no run. 102 of you in the watch along. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Jay Guialdo says, I love your honesty and how you can also see some humor in West Indies cricket while still wanting us to do well. Just keeping it real. That's all we do. That's all CCP is really about. Just keeping it real. If we don't laugh, we must cry. And I don't want to cry, so I will laugh. King, exaggerated defense. No run. South Portman says 350 today. Yeah, I'm not against that. I'm not against that. Silent Killer says, big up yourself. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here at this moment in time, 6 minutes after the hour, but will I still be glad when it's coming up to midnight and my eyes are stinging? We shall see. Duffy in to Brandon King. King leaves that well alone. No run. No, some of these things here. Have I not got one of these things? How do I find? Is it over here? Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, like and subscribe. Look at that, people. Press that like. Let me go look for some more of these. Q&A. Oh, what's this? Okay, let's bring that one in there. Sorry, people. I found some. Okay. Interesting. Sorry, people. I'm messing about with some of these. What do you call it? Oh, Nick Backer there. But somehow he negotiates that Brandon King. Let's manifest greatness. Let's go in 300 today. I hope so. I hope so. Let's just see if anyone can make a quarter century first. Let's set that as a target. Duffy into King. Oh, defended again. Nice line and length there by Duffy. End of the over. West Indies 36 for 2. Vibes says, I predict West Indies will be bowled out for under 200. Actually, furthermore, let me get into the polls and start giving you some interactive stuff to do whilst we're playing that game. Let me see if I can do this for you lot. Okay. Okay, let's put this poll in the chat. Okay, no, actually, let me make it a bit easier. Anyways, folks, start of a new over. Oh, in swing there. Big LBW shout. That's surely going down leg, though. There's nothing in that. Allow it. Kevin Hodge is on strike, by the way. Nice swing, though. Okay, let's go. Let's go with that. I just put a poll in the chat, people, folks, again, and Hodge guides that. There's no run there. I think King was interested, so I've just put a poll in the chat, people. Where's it gone? How many runs will Kevem Hodge make? Less than 10, 10 to 20, 21 to 35, or 35 plus. I'm going to end that poll soon. 11 of you have voted so far. So I'll end that poll soon. How many runs will Kevem Hodge make? 12 people, 16 people have voted, 21 people have voted, 23 people have voted. So the vote's still going on. Left alone by Kevin Hodge, no run. You Got No Fan says, you're not watching the darts. What darts? Didn't even know darts was on. 30 people, 31 people have voted, and so far 21 to 35 is winning. I'm going to close that poll off in the next 2 minutes, but for all I know, Kevin Hodge will be out by then. Folks, again, left alone, too wide there. It's bowling like an 8th stump line. That's easy enough to leave alone. Let's see what the Discord group is saying. Rod says, I wonder what Alec is saying to himself, having been left out yet again. I mean, Alec averages 23. We have to be serious about this stuff. Like, I think I said this on one of our review shows, tucked into the leg side. Kevin runs through for one. I think I said this on one of our review shows recently. Like, I get it. And I have stocks in Alec Athanase, but how many tests has Alec played now? 16. And he's averaging 23. At some point, you can't just keep saying, but they're clearly talented. You have to actually look at the average and go, I don't care how clearly talented they are. They average 23. So, yeah, I have no problem with him being told to go sit down because he was looking out of sorts. Anyways, King facing up to folks. Last ball of the over. Ooh, a little nibble there. Held its line. King plays inside it, though. No run. End of the over. West Indies 37 for 2. My concern about Alec Athanase, though, is that when he came back from the Pakistan tour, he played our domestic championship and was down horrendous in the domestic championship. Now, obviously, my stance, so I'm not going to be a hypocrite. My stance is numbers don't tell you anything in the domestic championship. But the one caveat I always add to that is if you are an international player, you're supposed to smash up domestic championship. You can't come back from international duty and you're only averaging 27 in our down bad domestic championship. That's why I don't think he should have been picked to. When people are saying, oh, how Sammy dropped him for Australia, I was like, well, why wouldn't he? So, yeah. Who's on strike? Kevem Hodge is on strike. West Indies 37 for 2. Where's my banner gone? I thought I had my banner up. Is it on the timer or something? It's on the timer, Jaja. 1 second, let me show. Hodge tucks it off his hip. They want, yeah, just one. He moves to 9. If Tage is fit for the next game and Imlach doesn't score a 50, I am seeing Shea getting the gloves back. Based on the press release from Cricket West Indies, I doubt Tage will be fit for the next match. I'm getting very strong vibes like he won't be. But if Tage was fit, he comes back in, and then King and Hodge are fighting for the same spot. The reality is, Shea has scored 2 centuries, 150 and a 40, having lost the gloves. Why would you give them the gloves back? That makes no sense whatsoever. So Imlach is lucky because regardless of what he does, he's going to keep the gloves for the final test match. He needs to worry about what happens next year when the next set of test matches come up. Duffy into King. King's in behind that. Hodge wants a single. King turns him down, no run. So how do I turn? That's where I've gone wrong. Now I can do it. So if I do this now, this should actually leave it on the screen. Oh, it's 38 for 2. I thought it was 37 for 2. We trail by 35. Anyways, Duffy into King. King on the pool. Doesn't get enough of that. Wasn't a very convincing pull there. I don't know what kind of, anyways, he gets away with it, but he nearly played on there. It was an ugly hoik of a pull. Yeah, that was horrid. Backward square, deep backward square picks up. And he gets 1. King moves to 16. 39 for 2. Last ball of the over. Duffy to Kavem Hodge. Bit of shape and straightens there. Hodge is in behind it. No run. 39 for 2 at the end of the over. Wasn't Chris Cairns a match fixer? Didn't that come out about him at the back end of his career? If I just made that up, I swear that came out about him at the back end of his career. How does Johan Lane come back from this test series, which has done him more harm than good? He shouldn't even be in the team to begin with. Oh, nice movement there. Bit of nibble, which draws King forward. Ultimately plays inside the line, but Folks is getting a nice bit of nibble off the seam, scrambled seam. Yeah, if it was up to me, Johan Lane would never have been picked for any of the test matches. Not in India, not here. Shouldn't be anywhere near West Indies test side yet. Has Alec ever been good internationally or had a good run of form? He's had some good scores, like 90 odd. When I flew to Trinidad last year, I saw him make 92. I think it was in Port of Spain. That's the issue with Alec Athanaze. Anybody who watches Alec Athanaze can clearly see he's got tons of ability, whether it's mindset, whether it's brain fades. He doesn't cash in on his talent. That's the reality of the situation. And that's up to him. Anyways, Folks into King. King's forward, defends, no run. Why does Blackwood, who has an average over 30, not get selected? They dropped him. Desmond Haynes dropped him due to inconsistency. The joke is the same inconsistency that saw Jermaine Blackwood get dropped for is we see even worse inconsistency now with the players that have replaced him. But Blackwood, I guess, is just a victim of the time that he played in. Man got dropped and then hasn't really done anything really to demand being picked again. That one's down the leg side. King swivels, doesn't connect again properly. But in fact, is he going to signal buys? Yeah, leg buys. In fact, I thought it was a bottom edge, but leg buys. 1 run. West Indies move to 40. Right, Hodge is on strike after that leg by Folks into him. Ooh, nice in swing there, but Hodge is behind it. No run. $211 of you in the live watch along. Big up yourselves for jumping on, people. I might turn this into a bit of a call-in, you know. It's the only way I'll stay awake. So watch this space, people. I haven't decided yet. Folks, that's left alone outside the stump. No, run. I was at the end of the over. Yeah, end of the over. West Indies 40 for 2 after 15. We've added 8 runs this morning. Looking compact. Few have nibbled off the seam and tested, particularly Brandon King's outside edge. But we move. We move. We're manifesting greatness today. Manifest the great manifestation. Let me go look in the Discord group, see what's going on. Let's see who's talking in there. Let's see what arguments they're coming up with in the Discord group. 1 second, people. Every now and again, I have to pop in your nose, say a little ting ting. Start of a new over. That one's turned around the corner for 1. Become a patron if you want to join the Discord group, people. Brandon King moves to 17. Yeah, my dad. Yeah, we're going to do a show on Maurice Bishop. I'm working through my content list plan. So yeah, so look out for some stuff. I'm a lazy guy though, but look out for some stuff. Duffy into Hodge. Catches the outer portion of the bat, but there's no run. They're guided to point, no run. Quiz Nation says he's up at, assuming it's a boy, man, up at 4 a.m. to watch this King 100. Okay. You're down horrid if you're up at 4 a.m. Marlon Brown, where can I join to watch the live match on WhatsApp? Someone send Marlon Brown something on WhatsApp. Duffy into Hodge. Brings out the bouncer. Hodge gets down on his hind legs and sways out of that matrix style. No run. One of the reasons why West Indies should focus on just occupying crease, though, is because, obviously New Zealand are a bowler down. So you want to let them get into the, I'm not going to call Ravindra a part-timer, but they need to get, they want to make these fast. Oh, that one again, nibbles, pitches and then nibbles and draws Hodge forward. But there's no nick. Yeah, Hodge was stuck in cement. He must have watched my... Yeah, Hodge was stuck in cement. That bat in there from Hodge was as if he watched my net video. Didn't move, no feet, nothing. These West Indian guys have actually been watching my net video and learning to bat from me. Duffy pulls out of his run. Marlon says if West Indies want to win, they have to make 380 plus. Allow it, innit? 380 plus, you know. Let's just focus on making 50. Right, Hodge, 1 run away from entering the 10s. And he gets that 1 run. In fact, he gets 4. We got to applaud that. Hodge moves into the 10s. It's a good knock from him. Hodge moves to 13. You better raise that bat. It's a good knock. Swiveled on it and pulled it in front of square. In fact, behind square for 4. Down leg side, nothing doing there. No run. End of the over. West Indies 45 for 2. We've added 13 since the start of the day. No wickets have been lost yet. We trail by 28 runs. So what? We've won the first 24 minutes of the day. What are my thoughts on Justin Graves as a prospect? I'm writing an article on Justin Graves at the moment. I don't know if he'll be ready to post tomorrow, but look out for it all the same. Go and subscribe to Caribbean Cricket News, people. That's where it's in the description for the video. That's where you can find all the writings that I do on West Indies cricket. I just ended the poll. I just realized that Hodge got into the 10s, so I might as well end the poll. See what that says in a minute. Anyways, folks, into King, start of a new over, well outside the off stump, left alone. Where's the poll result? Can't even see the poll result. I don't know what you lot voted, man. I can't find the poll result. Is it posted up on the thing yet? Oh my God. This comment is yuck. Zach Folks runs like he's got a stick up his bum. So 42% of you said Hodge will make over 35 runs. Okay. Yeah, next time Folks runs in, watch his running style. He looks like a man juck him up his bum with a stick. King forward, Regal off drive there, through the covers. 4 runs for Brandon King. He moves into the 20s. 21 for Brandon King. Right, folks, into King. King is on 21 from 43 balls. And King's on the back foot there, pushes it. Doesn't beat point, no run. How do you manage posting daily videos, writing articles, doing research, and plan for future contents after your full-time job as an educator? I don't sleep, basically. I have, but no, actually, truth be told, I have a content diary, and I just plan out my week as to when I'm doing content and so on and so forth. I'm also part-time this year. King again on the pull. It doesn't bounce high enough, doesn't time it well. One bounce in front, a slip, no run, catches the back of his bat. I think the bowlers should be bowling fuller here. I'm not sure. I didn't even hit his bat, hit his shoulder. I'm not sure back of a length is the way forward here. Obviously, they know the conditions better than me, but no one's really bowled a full ball yet. I'm not sure King and Hodge have been moving their feet all that much. So maybe you want to test them with a full one. Anyways. King dabs that into side. We reached 50. We reached 50. We have to applaud that. The 50 is up. Our Night Watchmen 11, they're trying hard. They're trying to manifest greatness. We got to salute the 50. West Indies moved to 50 from 17 overs, 50 for 2. We're really moving. We're really, really moving. We're manifesting greatness today. We're 23 runs behind. Anyways, change of bowling. Duffy is off. The headband man is on. So Ray will bowl from the end that Duffy was bowling from. We have to wait to see what happens in the next over, if Duffy goes from the other end or if Folks will continue. Folks looks like he needs an extra bit of pace to threaten these batters. The swing thing. Anyways, first ball, Ray to King. King is back. Oh, hold on. What's this? Run out. King's gone. I think he's gone. I think he's gone here. I think he's gone. I don't think King is back in time. King was on the back foot. He pushed that out into the covers. I don't know who called the single. It looked like King called the single. Yeah, he's gone. Yep, and King is run out. King is run out for 21, I think it is. Has he taken that? Has he knocked it out with his gloves, though? Sorry, 22 for King. Yeah, bye, King. You're out. Well, run out. The worst way to get out, as far as I'm concerned. I'd love to know who called that run. Who's in next? Oh, Shay Hope. Yeah, so in terms of the machine that Rising Bowler's dad's done me dirty, because the machine that we were using, so the number that you've seen on the screen for the video, when it says 78, but what was coming out at 78, basically the machine was off. So whatever is on the screen, it was probably in reality like 10 mphs quicker, or kmhs, whatever. So the machine was taking a long time to get to speed. So if the machine, basically, if the machine said 78, we think it was actually in the 80s. Oh, did Hodge call him? Sorry, people, I wasn't paying attention. Who called the run? Are they saying that Hodge called the run? There's Ray into Hope's. Oh, bloody hell. That's a bit flipping hell, Hope. First ball. That's aerial. Aerial through the gully region. 4 runs. Went after it straight away. Ray wanted to bang it in. Oh, okay. No one was going to catch that, but still, Hope decided to ride the extra bounce. Hope decided to ride the extra bounce and gets the 4, but the extra banging, the extra height from Ray means he's always going to bang it in short. And obviously, the way that Hope got out in the first innings, they're probably going to test that again. Anyways, Ray into Hope. Hope moves around, hops about a bit on his crease, you know. Anyways, dabs it down. Dabs it down fine for 1. Moves to 5. Ray into Hodge. Nothing doing there. No. Oh, shit. I need to update. Forgot about Twitter, you know. Sorry, people. I'm just updating. Twitter. Ray into Hodge again. 2-4, and Hodge is able to push that through the covers. I think they'll come out for 2. Might even get 3 here. Yeah, I think they'll come out for the 3rd. Yep. West Indies moved to 58 for 3. They trail by 15 runs. So King scored 33 and 22. Yeah, so what? He'll average in this test, what, 25? About 26 even. Flipping hell, I'll take that. Oh, gone. Jesus wept. Jesus wept. Caught and bowled, as soft as you can imagine. Gun barrel straight from Ray. It looks like Shea wanted to turn it to the leg side, and he's just popped it up off a leading edge. Yep, popped it up off a leading edge. Popped it up off a leading edge, straight to Ray, as soft as you can imagine. 2 super soft dismissals in the first 35 minutes of the day. Hope goes for 5. Well, looks like this game will end today. We're into the tail now. So it's looking kind of peak. Well, Chase owes us some runs. That don't mean he's going to give us some runs, but he actually owes us some. Problem is, West Indies' tail starts at 5, so who knows what's going to happen now, man. Anyways, that one's left alone. Folks has continued. So Duffy didn't replace Folks at the other end. They continue with Folks. So 2 runs in an over. King run out at the start of it. Hope caught and bowled 2 soft deliveries. King ran out for no reason at the start of it, and Hope popping one up off a leading edge at the back of it. And this game will end today. Folks into Hodge. Hodge wants to go on the cut. Bangs that into the ground, though. No run. Fielding the slips. Thing is, until King got run out, we were looking all right. Nothing had really threatened the stumps, but 1 brings 2. And here we are. Folks bangs one in short. No run. You sent me an email. Oh, someone's become a patron. Okay, hold on, people. So someone's become a patron. I need to go send them the Discord link. Bear with me, people. Let me go get this guy the Discord link. Let me set him up. Big up the 270 something of you in the live. Hodge forward and behind that. No run. How do I send this man a message? Oh boy. A man sent me a message earlier on saying West Indies need to take this to the 5th day. I just kissed my teeth and just didn't even reply, cuz 5th day, you know, these times all I'm thinking about, can we even get to day 4? Folks runs in to Hodge. Hodge again wanting to go on some kind of cut. In the end, he just hangs his bat out there, nearly nicks off. A lot happening all of a sudden. 1 wicket gone, and all of a sudden everything's happening. Sorry, people, I'm still trying to send this Discord invite. Someone has just become a patron, so I need to send them the Discord invite. Just right, done. Thank you. If you're somebody who's in this live right now and you just became a patron member, I've just sent you the Discord link. So you are good to go. Go and get involved in the Discord. Let me see what's going on in the Discord. Anyways, let's see what these men and women are saying. Yeah, they're chatting amongst themselves about the dismissals. Let me leave them be and get back to the cricket. See what you lot are saying in the chat. Errol says, like the video. Anyways, folks, into Hodge. Ooh, straight one. But Hodge defends. No run. Generally, during watch-alongs, do they read chat comments or questions? Whatever I get round to be honest. I was just dealing with sending someone the Discord link. Thing is, I got to update Twitter. I got to deal with people emailing, people becoming patrons. Whole lot's going on, you know. So sorry if I miss any questions at the time. TC says I want to join the Discord too. TC is Godzilla, man. Anyways, Michael Ray is back on. He's facing up to Roston Chase. Right, Roston Chase. Will he be out within 6 balls? Yes or no? How to join the Discord? I'll tell you in a minute. Right, Ray into Chase. Straight. Chase defends. Yeah, you become a patron for $2 or whatever your currency is. 2 of whatever your currency is. Ainsworth says, very poor assessment by King. Getting run out in a 5-day test. It's not the last day trying to get 50 runs in 5 hours sentence. Yeah, it's a poor dismissal. But it is what it is. Right, Ray again into Hodge. Wait, Chase, I mean, down the leg side. Wild delivery, no run. Are there good universities, colleges in West Indies students to study graduation? What? Huh? What are you saying? You need to go speak to Master Errol, you know, because I don't understand. Say less with that sentence and I might understand it. Ray into Chase. Straight. Ooh, he's trying to target those pads clearly. Chase defends it to the leg side. No run. I think they're trying to get Chase LBW here. I think they've worked out that he's susceptible on his front pad. Ray's going gun barrel straight again, but loses the radar, goes down the leg side. Which college do West Indies students prefer to study their bachelor's degree? Well, it depends which nation you're from. Remember, there's bare of us in the Caribbean, you know. So the answer is different depending on which country you're in. Is Grenada a good place to live? Someone will oil you up if you go and live in Grenada. You'll get an oil down. Let me have a polo. Right, Ray. He's wasted a couple of his deliveries in this over. Straight chases behind it. Behind it. No rum. Steve Wash Beckford says he wants to chase out of West Indies cricket. Chasing man. Ray. Straight again. Oi. They are targeting. They're targeting. They've obviously think Chase is a bunny here. You can see how they're trying to set Chase up. Anyways, he survives. He survives. End of the over. West Indies 59 for 4. We got to get those 14 runs to make New Zealand bat again. That's our first target. Can West Indies Cricket Board make tie-ups with colleges, taking young talents from age 17 and make a bond agreement to play for West Indies? There's no bond or agreement, man. That's not going to happen. Remember, we've got the West Indies Academy, though, which isn't a college. So the West Indies Academy is what you're basically talking about. Allow it, innit? Anyways, Duffy has replaced Folks, and we continue. Ainsworth says, I hope my countryman Kavem Hodge gets past a century. You best just be praying he gets past 25 about get past a century. Just pray for 25. Behind it, Hodge, no rum. What type of question is this? How good a cricketer was Shivnarine Chanderpaul? So what, you don't watch cricket? You must be a young ute to not know the answer to that question. Right. Duffy into Hodge. Hodge tucks that into leg side and we'll get one. We move to 60. The men move to 60. Raise the bat. Chase. Behind it, no run. You see the thing, right? You see when I drop those videos of my batting in a net, and like loads of people cuss me. Loads of people cuss me and said, oh, Chase playing round his pads, but he'll get one. Deep fine comes in, Chase will not be dismissed for a duck. Loads of people cuss me saying, oh, Mash, you can't bat. Who taught you how to bat? You're not using your front foot. Your head's falling over. And all of that's true. But I'm watching West Indies bat, and none of them use their feet either. So how you lot cussing me when I'm basing my batting off the same men that we're watching? You're cussing me. How else am I supposed to bat when my heroes bat the same way as me? Anyways, guided actually stopped at gully, no run. Right, let me how many people are in the live? 270 people in the live. What's this? I've got a message that's been sent to me. Let me watch this, see what's going on. Right, go live. Sorry, people, just trying to. What? Chase is on too. He's going on good. Right, Ray into Hodge. Hodge is on 17. Hodge brings out the swivel pool and actually go all the way to 4. In front of square, Hodge takes on the short ball, and Hodge moves into the 20s. Hodge is closing in on the quarter century. We got a. Furthermore, let me go get my. Have I got some juice that I can pour? I soon raise my coconut water to Hodge if he can get to the quarter century. Ray into Hodge. Leaves that alone. Right, Ray. Wild delivery down the leg side. No, Ray looks like Did you lot ever read the kid's story, Jack and the Beanstalk? Do you lot remember that? Anyways, Ray looks like the beanstalk, not the monster at the top of it, and not Jack. Ray actually looks like the beanstalk, the actual beanstalk. Look at him. Man looks like the beanstalk, cuz. Into Hodge again. Hodge brings out the swivel pool again. Wait, what's that? Quarter century? Fam, let me just get up. Big quarter century. That's a big quarter century there by Kavem Hodge. What? Man reached quarter century. Let me just raise the coconut water. Let me raise the coconut water for the quarter century. Everyone raise your glass. Whatever you're drinking right now, everyone raise the glass because the man has reached quarter century. Ray. Hodge leaves that alone. Oh, don't worry. Caribbean Cricket Podcast ain't underestimating Italy. We ain't underestimating Italy. Anyways, you should have seen our videos already about what I've said about that T20 World Cup. If we get out of that group, it's world-class stuff. Chase is on strike. Whee! Nicked off, gone. Captain, you've done nothing again. Wait, he's reviewing it? Oh, he's reviewing it. Hold on. Chase is confused. He doesn't think he's hit it. I thought he nicked off. All the Kiwi players think he's nicked off. Duffy got a bit of extra bounce there. I'm not sure why Chase stood his ground. All the Kiwi players went up and immediately said it's out. But maybe he didn't nick it. I don't know. Good tennis ball bounce there. Ooh. It may not have touched the bat. It might have touched the glove, you know. On that view, it doesn't look like it touches the bat. It does look like it might have touched his thumb, though, on the glove. But then he would have felt that. If it touched his glove, he would know it touched his glove. So was he standing? Why was he confused? I don't think... If it's touched the bat, it's the thinnest of spikes. But it does to... On that angle they've given me, I thought it touched the glove. Well, Chase wouldn't have stood his ground if it touched his glove, because he would have known it touched his glove. Or he's trying to teeth out the... He's trying to teeth it out. Oh, thin edge gone. Thin edge and gone. Chase, you are in the flipping trenches, cuz. Chase is in the flipping trenches, cuz. I did say to you lot though, when Chase came in, I did say that the tell has now started. Jesus wept. Where's my video on Chase? Let me just read that back up again. At least it means I'm going to bed really quickly. Ah boy, where's that video I posted the other day about Ross and Chase? Let me re-up that video again. Man must be averaging like 6 as captain for West Indies. Who's got the averages, please? Can someone tell me what he averages as West Indies captain? Because I've got a feeling it must be under 10. Boy, well, at least we're going to make New Zealand bat again. Small mercies. Small mercies. The good news is, people, that what day is it? Day 3. So the good news is we get 2 days off. No, what day is it? Say Thursday? No cricket to watch on Friday. No cricket to watch on Saturday. God is good, you know. This is how I know my God is a powerful God. That he just said to me, enjoy your weekend. Don't let these men mash up your weekend. Just go enjoy yourself. Avinesh says, one okayish match and West Indies back to their normal performance. I don't know what I feel about that comment, to be fair. It all started when West Indies sent out a night watchman. Oh, shut up, man. The whole team is night watchmen. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as a night watchman in the West Indies team. Or like, are you not watching? Like, come on, man. They all average under 25. They're all night watchmen. What do you mean? Behind that, Graves, no run. I'm just putting some comments up. I'm not even reading them. You can read them for yourselves, because if I'm putting it up, it's because I think it's saying something worth reading. But not every comment must I read out to you, because most of you can read, I think. Justin Grace is averaging above 30 now. Allow it, innit? Allow it. He's a night watchman as well. One hour to go. Will we still be batting by lunchtime? Gray is behind that. You lot thought, when I stood up and applauded Kavem Hodge's quarter century, you lot thought I was doing it for jokes. That weren't jokes. I know that quarter century is a big knock. Duffy into Graves. Oh, nearly pins him. Graves brings the bat down in time. Nearly gets him LBW. So if you're just joining us, King was run out first this morning for 22, needless run out, followed by Hope, who was caught off a leading edge, a really soft caught bowl. And then the tail came out, and Roston Chase managed to get 2 runs before nicking behind to Hay. And this test match looks like it's going to be over very, very soon. Probably just after lunch at this rate. $324 people in the live right now. Let me try and entertain you. This man got me in the mud, cuz, just watching this stuff. Right. Left alone outside the off stump, no run. You have to be positive at the same time, because obviously this is the type of pitch where there's a wicket there for you. Daryl Mitchell warming up, which is because they're a bowler short, I'd assume. Can we get the 3 runs needed to make New Zealand bat again? I'm ready to raise my coconut water if we can do it. Pushes it out into the covers, no run. Big up, Miss Grant. How you doing? 2026 loading. What does Chase need to do? Sorry. What does Chase need to do the rest of the series to retain his place in the team as per and as capo? Nothing. Nothing is what he needs to do. Right, Beanstalk running in again. Hodge on strike. Forward through the covers. Yes, that should be 3 there. That should be 3. They've gone 1, 2. They should be running back for the 3. Oh, they turned down the 3rd. There was me thinking. I was getting ready to say scores are level. West Indies 72 for 5. We trail by 1 run. So no matter what, New Zealand will have to bat again. Hodges on 27. Big knock from the Dominican. Beanstalk into Hodge. Leaves it alone outside the off stump. 330 of you in the live right now. I hope 330 people have pressed like or something, or done whatever it is that you need to do. Like, share, subscribe. Go tell your aunties and your uncles. My God is an awesome God. He reigns. How does that? I'm trying to manifest greatness. I'm just going to start singing songs from the Sankey. I want a revival in my soul. I want a revival in my soul. I need to find the lyrics to that song because I'm trying to manifest greatness right now. Hold on, people. Let me find the lyrics to that song. I used to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to sing those songs from the Sankey. Where's the lyrics to this song now? It can't be. Oh, what's he doing on the floor? Did the ball juke him in his buddy head? Where did the ball juke him? Gray's rolling on the floor and all sorts. The ball must have juke him in his body. Jaja. That ball just jagged in straight into his pee-pee. Man on the floor rolling around. It looked like his pee-pee took the full shot. That might be the luck we need. That might just be what we need to turn this match around. Sometimes you just got to put your PP on the line and be sometimes you got to sacrifice the PP for the runs. Notice what happened. As soon as I started singing about a revival in my soul, Justin Graves got taken there. Someone had to sacrifice the cocky. And now he's sacrificed the cocky. Things might start looking up for the West Indies. Because you can't just come out here and think the runs are going to come. What type of sacrifice are you offering up to the gods? Graves has offered up the ultimate sacrifice. Man said, I'm willing to sacrifice the cocky for West Indies. Graves needs to just get on with it, because the other day I went into the nets and I didn't even put a box on. I didn't even wear a box to the bowling machine. I said they didn't put it in the edit. They didn't put it into the edit because the men were saying to me, Mash, you should wear a box just in case. I said to them, man, listen, I don't need a box because my ting is made of steel. So I don't need a box for that. So Graves just needs to get on with it. Sometimes you have to sacrifice. Banana Brook says the bowling machine was set to Yorkers. Yeah, but you haven't seen the full edit. There was one point in the net where we set the bowling machine to bowl bouncers, and I didn't wear a helmet, didn't wear a box. I was defending the ball with the cocky. That's how good I was. I didn't even need the bat. Didn't even need to defend it with the bat. Oh boy. Oh God. Amen. This ain't the song I'm looking for. Where's the... See if it's this one. I want a revival in my soul. To glide in the light of Jesus. I want a revival in my soul. A revival in my soul. I want a revival in my soul. To the blood of Jesus, get a revival in my soul. Right, let's get back to the cricket. What's going on? Let's see if Graves is up yet. Scores are level. Scores are level. Okay. Let's get back to this. Right, Duffy into Hodge. In behind that defence. Right, Duffy into Hodge. Down the leg side, no run. Mash, does Hodge start in the next test? Yeah, 100% he does. This 27 is already enough to guarantee that he starts the next test. Tarked, and we have the lead. We have the lead. West Indies lead by one. West Indies lead by one. Game on. Now we're really moving now. Game on. New Zealand are right up against it. They're going to have to chase at least one run to win this test match. People, we are now in the lead. The game is on. Let's take them there. Now the game has officially started. Let's see now. What can we do to these, man? Forward, defends, no run. Kelly says, right now we're 1 for 5. I want a revival in my soul. Tucked around the corner. What? We lead by 2. New Zealand are feeling the pressure, you know, cuz. I'm going to start getting out the abacus. Hodge is on 29. One more run and he's above his... He's into West Indies folklore. Grays. Facing up to Ray. And big stride and forward in defence. No run. Individual scores. Ainsworth says, what's the individual scores? Hodge is on 29 and Graves is on 1. Down the ground. Beautiful from Graves. Driven down the ground for 4. Left line outside the off stump, no run. Let me go find some Morgan Heritage to go listen to. Sorry, people, I'm in the Discord at the moment. I just put someone in timeout on the Discord. Right. Okay. Let's get back to the match. 79 for 5. Truth says, how many dot balls? How many... Sorry, people, let me get my cricket back up 1 sec. Truth says, how many dot balls? What's that? 18%. How many dot balls in a row we think Roach is facing after tea? I reckon West Indies are going to... I'm going to be optimistic and say that New Zealand will need to chase 100 to win. I don't know. That didn't actually answer your questions. Dot balls. Roach will hang around for a bit, I think. Who's out next? Oh, Imlach. I forgot about him. He ain't done nothing, but I forgot about him. Right, Hodge on strike to Duffy. Short ball. Nothing doing there. No run. Sam Kernan says Hodge is looking good on the pull. He is. He looks like he's timing it. Looks like he's timing it well. What Hodge has shown in his 29 from 56 so far is precisely why I think he was recalled back for this series. This, anyways, after this ball, Duffy into Hodge. Oh, I nearly tickled that. In New Zealand, you need. Let's just talk let's forget the Kiwi players for a minute, and let's just focus on the West Indian players. In New Zealand, you need to be able to trust your defense, and you need to be compact as a cricketer. I know Hodge got a duck in the first innings, but actually, people, and I'm not saying this out of recency, but I'm not saying this because he's on 29 right now. I actually think Hodge fits that criteria better than everybody else in the better than everyone else who's on tour at the moment. Hodge is the most compact of everybody in that team, and he's the one who trusts his defense the most. If Craig was there, I'd rank Craig above Hodge, but obviously Craig has like 12 years of test match experience, so it makes sense why you'd bring Hodge to a tour like this, because you have to be able to trust your defense on this pitch. So anyways, that's my argument for Hodge, people. How often do you see Hodge chasing at one outside his off stump? He's about to do that probably because I've said it, but how often do you see it? As he now chases one outside the off stump. But that was full. That deserved to be chased. It was full, and he's given it the treatment. Hodge moves to 33. Square drive through the covers. And Hodge moves into the 30s. West Indies lead by 10. Tucks it on the leg side, follows that up by tucking it. Oh my God. Did he get 2 for that? No, he got 1. Wait, did he? Yeah, 1. So West Indies are 85 for 5. For those of you who don't have the benefit of visuals, West Indies are 85 for 5. Hodge is on 34. Graves is on 5. And let's look at this comment here. My uncle said Sammy is biased against Trinis, evidenced by Seals being the only Trini on the team. He said, I'll come back to that. Forward, Graves, no run. He said that's why he won't play Jason Mohammed. Do you think this can be true, Mash? This is why West Indies cricket will never, ever go forwards, you know. What do you mean he's biased against Trinis? Jason Mohammed is not the answer to anything vis-a-vis international cricket. Like, dude, are there Trinis that actually believe this? Like, on all jokes aside, like, I'm not even coming for anyone. Are there Trini cricket fans who genuinely believe that 1, Sammy is biased against Trinis, 2, that Jason Mohammed should be in the international test side, or any international side for that matter? The only Trini player who's currently not in the test team that will have an argument to get into it soon will be Josh Da Silva. That's it. Respectfully to Trinidad, no one else has any kind of argument to make to say they can get into the West Indies team. I've got stocks in Jid Gooley. I've always thought that Jid is better than people realize, but Jid needs to take his fitness seriously. Defends, no run. This is where the insularity within the region is a problem for West Indies. Like, no one's fighting respectfully. No one's fighting down your shit countrymen. Your countrymen are shit, and they don't deserve to be in the team just because you want your countryman in the team. We don't have the stop it, innit? Daryl Mitchell. Oh, Daryl Mitchell onto bowl. He's obviously like 10 kph lower than everybody else, 10 kph slower than everybody else, but he'll get the movement from his medium pace. And he's straight on the money, gets one to immediately swing away from Hodge. Beats Hodge's tentative prod outside the off stump. This time Hodge turns it into the leg side for 1. West Indies lead by 13. Django. Sorry, there was somebody I missed. Django. So that's the thing I have realized about the Trinis. Every time I post anything, there's always a Trini going, Django should be in the team. So in the interest, and I think I said in a recent video, come back to that, Mitchell to Graves, leaves it alone. I think I said in a recent video that I've got nothing against Django getting a chance, but you can't tell me that. I think the problem I've got is when people call their countrymen to come into the West Indies team. My issue is people call their countrymen as if their countryman is going to be a savior. And I actually think you lot are setting Django up to fail, because by talking about him, you're making it out like he's going to make a significant difference defending no run. And that doesn't mean that Django doesn't deserve his chance. I think he should probably be in the ODI side for a start. And obviously people see Chase struggling and say, bring Django in instead. But maybe, and again, I would just say, I think it's easier for me because I'm living in London and I don't have to get involved in the politics of it all. But also when I'm back in Jamaica, I was back in Jamaica this summer visiting friends and family and stuff. You think how often do you see me caring about if anybody's playing from Jamaica? Drop short of first slip, guided down, soft hands-er. Like, respectfully, think about the fact I'm Jamaican born, right? I go home regularly. How often since Caribbean Cricket Podcast started have you ever heard me over amplify a Jamaican player and say they should be playing because they're from Jamaica? Like, how do you not find it so hard to just go, that player's shit, I don't care what nation they're from, they're shit, they shouldn't play, end of story? And that it should include your own nation at the same time. What's your nation got to do with anything in terms of playing for the West Indies? It's irrelevant. Like, if someone shit, they're shit, innit? I couldn't care less where they're from. Anyway, Duffy back in, Hodge on strike on 35. Full. Hodge digs it out now, run. Banged it in, no run. Defended, no run. So West Indies 86 for 5, about half an hour away from lunch. They lead by 13. Hodge on 35, Graves on 5. The best way for players to get better in the Caribbean is to leave the Caribbean. Oh, Fuller, swing, draws Hodge into the drive, no run. Like, so the way I like to explain it, Drew, is this, right? If you are in a toxic relationship, right? I hope everyone can follow with the analogy I'm making here. If you are in a toxic relationship and you want to become a better human being, you don't become a better human being by staying in that toxic relationship. You don't become a better human being by, even if you leave that toxic relationship, come back to that, defended. Even if you leave that toxic relationship, you don't heal by staying in the same area where that other person lives as well, right? To heal from a toxic relationship, you actually have to leave spiritually, emotionally, physically. That is how I equate West Indian cricketers' development. They cannot develop if they stay in the Caribbean. It's too toxic for them. They have to leave the Caribbean physically, emotionally, and spiritually to become better cricket players. I'm not answering anybody anything. I'm telling you that. You can't heal in the place that caused you trauma. And the West Indies cricket domestic system, whether that's Barbados, Trinidad, Guyana, Jamaica, Windwards, Leewards, all of it causes them trauma. You cannot heal if you stay where the trauma is. If anybody's got money and they are properly invested in West Indies cricket, you've got to take the good players out of the region and go develop them somewhere else, then bring them back when they're fully formed. That if I ever had money, I should have gone into sports agency. If I was a sports agent and I worked with cricketers, I'm taking them out of the region as often as possible, and not to play no bat up and catch T20. I'm helping develop them as a human being on every level. Forward Graves through the covers. Is there cover there? There's protection out there. Oh, try to run a second, but they stick to the one. Only Facts Sports. Go subscribe to Only Facts Sports, people. Every single person who's in there right now. There's 350 of you in this live watch along. If any of you are fans of boxing, Arsenal Football Club, Manchester United Football Club, then go subscribe to Only Facts Sports. But particularly if you're a fan of boxing, go and subscribe to Only Facts Sports, people. Now do it. If you're a big boxing fan, that is the only channel you should be subscribing to. Anyways, Only Facts Sports says, are we still lying to ourselves calling Chase a bowling all-rounder? He's just a bowler. Our tail starts at 5. Yeah, I agree. Well, first and foremost, Graves should be batting ahead of Chase. I think I said before the test series started, if anybody remembers watching the episode that me and Santoki did, I'll come back to that. Left alone, no run. If anybody remembers that episode that me and Santoki did, I said to Santoki that I thought that Chase, Graves and Imlach were all number 7, and that because they're all number 7s, our tail starts at 5. So said, so done. At best, Graves is a 6. Imlach, at best, is a 7. Chase might even be a number 8. So we're basically killing ourselves. Imlach might even be a number 8 at international level. So we're killing ourselves with how the team is balanced. Rudy says, how's the pitch looking on day 3? There's a ball with your name on it no matter what you do on this pitch. You're never... The best way to describe this pitch, Rudy, is you're never truly in. So like Hodge is on 35 and he's looking super compact, but he's not actually in. I don't think you're ever actually in on this wicket. What do you lot reckon? Get in the comments, let me know. It's that type of wicket, in it, where the runs are irrelevant. You're not actually in at all. You're never fully comfortable on this wicket. Back foot, punch, no run. Akash says, this is the reason why whenever possible, West Indies must look for a full-fledged 18 tour in India, because they'll get the facilities and every possible cricket conditions and professionalism. Yeah, but I hear you, Akash, but then why are India no good then? How comes if India have got all that India themselves are no good? West Indies 87 for 5. Graves can be the next West Indies captain. I think he was shortlisted. Was he not one? Was he not one of the ones who was shortlisted initially? They should have just. Oh, Anyways, you lot know where I stand already. Folks back in, forward, Graves, no run. At the time when we had no captain, I always said give the captaincy to Josh Da Silva. Bearman said to me, Josh can't get in the team. He shouldn't be captain. Should have just given the captaincy to Josh, man. Right, folks, into who's on strike? Graves. Turns it off his hip. Oh, and yeah, he'll get through. Beats short mid wicket and gets one. Yeah, we've done our drink up for Hodge's quarter century. Shouldn't Imlach be batting before Chase, considering he's the wicket keeper? Possibly, but Imlach's a night watchman, isn't he? So. Oh, what? Taken? Jesus, swept. Hodge on the short arm pull. And whoever is that subfield, I don't know who that is, he's taken a fantastic catch. A short mid wicket. West Indies 88 for 6. Folks has a bonus wicket there. Hodges oh, he did drop it, but then he's caught it with one. He's caught it with one as he's fallen. Well, that's the end of Hodge. I did say you're never truly in on this wicket. It's Will Young, who was the substitute fielder. Hodge goes for 35. Yep, that's about right. What did I say earlier on in the piece? What did I say earlier on in the piece? Getting into the 30s is about right for a West Indies batter. Like that, like Hodges made above his average, innit? Like that's yeah, that's good for him, innit? Roxanne says, I don't like King as an opener. He's only opening because Tage is injured. So dead that conversation. I think they've seen Kevlin Anderson in the nets and realised he's not ready for that. But anyways, I done spoke. I said Kevlin Anderson should never have been called up to the Australia test anyway. So I don't know, man. In most modern sports, most great coaches were once great players. Nonsense. That's a nonsense take. Arsene Wenger wasn't a good football player. So now what? Come on, man. Jurgen Klopp, was he a good football player? Like what are we doing here? Like what are we doing? Brian Lara's possibly, some would say, the best West Indian player of all time, and he's a crap cricket coach. Like, what are we doing here? Anyways, Imlach is him. Where's that comment? Let me go back to that comment because this is actually a serious comment and what I've been alluding to. So Rod says Hodge overachieved his expected runs. And that's my thing, right? I know it sounds ridiculous. And I know some of you want to hold these players to a higher standard. But we actually have to start looking at these players by the metric of expected runs. When you remember that basically no West Indian player usually scores over 30, hence why their averages are so shit, you have to see them getting 30 if they even can get there. That's why Santoki and I kept talking about quarter centuries, because a West Indian batter getting to 25 is usually over, like they're over their expected runs if they get to 25. So that's why I think I said earlier in the piece, if you've been in the live from the beginning, there was a comment I made where I said when a West Indian makes 30 something, that's the equivalent of like an Australian making 70 something. Like, our runs are double weighted. So a 25 for a West Indian is a half century for everyone else. A 35 for us is 70 for everyone else. You have to understand that these are our expected run metrics. Off the back foot there, Graves. And he'll get 1 run. Big up, sorry, I've lost it. Where is it? Big up Felix with the super chat. Any little bit helps and counts, keeps the podcast on the road. So I appreciate that. Appreciate that so much, man. Much appreciated. Jay Luke, good point here. Being a performer and a leader are 2 different things, 100%. 100%. Chris Deering said that Lara and Viv twerking in India has opened up some doors for some stuff. We shall see. I'll believe it when I see it. Maybe it did. I don't know. Come on, Imlach, man. Beating on the outside edge. No, Derek Brown says it's just where we are right now. We have to live with it. Yeah, we have to live with it. You have to live with it. We basically support West Indies. If you support West Indies, because remember, most of you, respectfully in this chat right now, most of you are glory hunters, respectfully, right? So let me do a straw poll right now. If I said, if any of you are football fans, or maybe you're American football fans or whatever other sport, the average sports fan that I meet supports a big team and they're glory hunters. So whether that be Arsenal, whether that be Man City, whether that be Manchester United, Real Madrid, PSG, Barcelona, most of you are glory hunters, right? I support Bromley Football Club. They're in League 2. 2 years ago, they got promoted for the first time ever in their history into the Football League. For the previous 131 years of their existence, they were a non-league football team. When you support a team as low down as that, like I've done with Bromley, you learn to understand that your team doesn't always win. So when West Indies turn shit, it's easy for me to understand West Indies being shit, because I already support a low-level football team. I understand the struggles and the strains of not always seeing your team win stuff. And I think if you're a naturally glory-speaking big club football fan or another sports fan, you can't relate to the idea that West Indies are just shit and this is our level and we just have to accept it. Like, it's not for one, like, these men aren't going out there deliberately trying to be shit. They just can't, they're not good. They're just not good. They can't elevate themselves consistently to a level that would ever allow themselves to be good again. So we just have to accept it. So don't get me wrong, it probably hurts to see they're 89 for 6. But then at the same time, I'm sitting here going, boy, these men are trying their best. Most of them average 23, 24, 25. They're trying their best. What else do we expect? Much less they're in New Zealand. They're trying their best. Graves guides that. No rum. Felix says, why are all A-level history teachers so goated? Do you know what? I don't teach A-level history anymore. I can do. I haven't taught that in about 3 years. I pivoted over to A-level politics, and then once I started teaching politics, I was like, oh, I prefer teaching politics to history. So even though my degree is actually a history degree, I'd now argue that I'm a politics specialist. Obviously history as well. I'm also a politics specialist these days. Graves in behind that. They'll run one. We move to 90. Brennan says, so are you saying West Indies will never be good again? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. West Indies will never, ever be good again in my lifetime. And I've accepted it. I've come to terms with it. Like being West Indies being good for, like, when they drew that test against New Zealand last week, that's as good as it gets. Like I was so happy and proud of the guys, because those type of performances are so few and far between. But if you're talking good in terms of will we ever be, like how like New Zealand and South Africa overachieve, right? We can never do that. We'll never do that. We'll never be top 1 or 2. That's irrelevant. But we'll never even do what New Zealand and South Africa do, which is overachieve and give us more bang for our buck. That's it's not happening. Oh, that's gone. Yeah, plum. Cheers, Imlach. Goodbye. Oh, has he reviewed it? Does he think he's gone inside edge? That looked plum to me. Maybe Imlach reviewed it immediately, so he must think he's gone inside edge on it. I just assume that was out straight away because it, without the eagle eye of Hawkeye or anything like that, or sorry, Snickle, I just assumed that was plum. Imlach is showing Graves his bat, so he must believe that he has nicked it. We shall soon see if he has nicked it. Will 92 for 6 become 92 for 7? Yeah, inside edge. Imlach knew that was an inside edge. You survived, my guy. So I was right. It's Hawkeye. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, Ultra Edge. That's what I'm tired out here. Anyways, Imlach survives. We lead by 19. That's the end of Folks is over. West Indies 92 for 6. Imlach on 2, Graves on 9. Was Bish defending Imlach earlier on, saying that he works really hard? I'm sure that's true. Was it, before I continue, was that wide? Oh, brilliant fielding again. God damn it, man. These Kiwis, man. Anyways, does Graves run one anyway? Yeah, Graves runs off the deflection, moves into double figures. Anyone who was listening to comms, was Bish defending Imlach earlier on? I don't want that. Defended by Imlach, no run. What were we at the start of the day again? 32 for 2. That's it, right? I thought so. So Bish was saying that Imlach is the first guy to come to the train on the ground and is super hardworking. Maybe defend is too strong a way to put it, but I think I overheard Bish saying that loosely through my headphones, and all I was thinking when Bish was saying that was, and hear me out. All I was thinking was, okay, I hear that he's working hard, but I don't care. How many runs has he scored? Like, maybe when I'm Bish's age, I'm going to transition into the level of maturity that Bish shows, where you just try and be like that really powerful, not powerful, wrong word, that really nurturing uncle that talks up the guys and really wants the best for them. But all these guys are going to get from me is me just saying, you're trying your best, but you're shit. That's my level of realism. I don't have it within myself to say, we're just like, with Bish, I don't have what Bish has got, that ability to just talk as if he can't see what's in front of him. And obviously, Bish is hampered by he's got to present a certain kind of front because he's on TV. But I just find it hard they're trying their best, but I can't boost them up when there's nothing to boost up. My only defense is, they're trying their best, but it's still shit. When's this? When are we going to tea? It must be soon, right? 7 minutes. Thank God. I mean lunch, sorry, not tea. Drive. Oh, I think it's gone through the man at short cover. Might get 2 here. Yep, they do come back for 2. Big up Rickon. Livermore says Imlach has played 4 tests before this one. What's your point, Livermore? I don't know what. Are you defending him? Like, what do you mean? Isn't this his 6th test? Actually, didn't he play 2 in Pakistan, 1 in India? That's 3. Oh no! So hold on, you might be right. I thought he'd played 5 tests. Why do I feel like he's played another test? Am I missing one? No, he played 2 in India. Hold on. Did Imlach play both tests in India? Some of us think that Imlach should have more time to improve batting because he's an excellent keeper. No, but the thing is, I still remember when people were clamoring for Imlach to get into the team. The whole point was people were like, he scores more runs than Josh Da Silva. No one's doubting that he's a better wicket keeper than Josh Da Silva, but people were clamoring for being a team because he also, people are saying he scores runs. Like, stop it, innit? Like, stop it. We're in 2025. The metric of a wicket keeper is not just if you're a good wicket keeper. You still have to score some runs. I want Imlach to come good in this innings, but he also needs to come good. Why do I think Imlach has played 5 test matches? Unless this is his 5th one. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so this is his 5th one, yeah. So how many innings has he batted? This must be his 10th innings. Right, what's in his 90? I thought it was 96 for 6. They're 95 for 6. And they lead by 22 runs. So today we have added 73 runs for 4 wickets. No, sorry, 63 runs for 4 wickets. What am I saying? It is too early for these pronouncements on Imlach. Okay. I see how I see what we're doing here. It's too early. Okay, let me rephrase your statement, Livermore. I presume you're Guyanese, by the way, but let me rephrase your statement. It's too early to talk about whether Imlach should or shouldn't be in the team. I'm in complete agreement with that. It's too early for that type of conversation. But it is not too early to state the obvious, which is that he's shown us nothing with the bat so far. There's nothing wrong with anybody stating that, because that is true. He has shown us nothing with the bat so far. But that doesn't mean that I'm in favor of him holding a drop or anything like that. But reality is reality at the same time. I hope he does something in this innings. Good point from Machel. Imlach averaged 53 and 67 in the last 2 seasons in our regional championship. This is why I don't look at numbers. This is why I keep warning people. Don't look at numbers when you're looking at the regional championship. You've got to look at other things. There has to be other criteria you're using. Raw numbers is not enough. You hear defending guys who played 10 and 15 tests who are certified mediocre. So what are you saying, Livermore? Are you saying that by the time Imlach's played 10, 15 tests, he'll be averaging what? Actually, let me put you on the line then, Livermore, because you're so certain. By the time Imlach has played 10 tests, how much will he be averaging, given that you're saying that? Because the people that you must be talking about are the people who are being defended for averaging, what, 25? What's Imlach averaging now? End of the over, 95 for 6. The thing is, what I don't get, and I'm genuinely, must be one over left. I'm genuinely intrigued by this. Anybody who's in the chat right now who tends to promote or push for their countrymen to play for the West Indies over anything to do with quality or anything like that, when you're pushing for and this is a genuine question, I'd love someone like Livermore to answer this for me. when you're one of those like insular guys in the Caribbean who pushes for your countrymen, like, do you fancy them? Oh no, I'm not trying to joke you out or anything. I'm not trying to oh, plays it around his legs there, Graves. I'm not trying to make fun of you, but on a serious one, when you lot push for your countrymen to play, is that a homoerotic thing? Like, are you like, do you fancy them? Like, are you picturing them naked? Like, you know how like some Indian fans talk about Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma like they want to sleep with them and take it there with them in the bedroom. That's how some of you lot talk about your countrymen when you're pushing for them to play for the West Indies. Like, is this a sexual thing for some of you? Because I sometimes feel like it's very raunchy and homoerotic with the way that you lot push for your countrymen. Like you're fantasizing about them naked or something. Like, on a serious one, is that what you lot are doing? Because like, I don't understand it otherwise. Like, I genuinely don't understand it. I think some of you lot go to bed and just fantasize about your countrymen, because it don't make sense to me, because everyone is shit. So how can we be fantasizing about a countryman when everyone's so shit? Unless it's a sexual thing for some of you. Like, you get sexually excited at the thought of one of your countrymen playing for the West Indies, because I don't know what else it could be. Livermore, where are you? Livermore, where are you? Come back. Tell me if you want to sleep with Tevin Imlach, Livermore. Tell me, come. You allowed beforehand. Where have you gone? Let me know if you want to sleep with Tevin Imlach, because that's what it's sounding like to me. Come back in the chat and let me know. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you love man, you can love man, you know. I'm not like no lava splash. If you love man, you can love man. That's good for you. But just let me know. Yeah, no, T1, you're all right, because you're Jamaican. I know you don't love Imlach. You're you. Oh God. Listen. Right, turn around the corner. Is this the last over? Because I'm locking this off. Is there one more over, or is that it now? 97 for 6. Oh, final ball. So 97 for 6. West Indies lead by 24. Big up Imlach. He's still there. Oh, so no ball. 2 more balls to come. No ball. So 97 for 6. West Indies lead by 24. Graves is on 13. He's looking quite compact, to be fair. Imlach has survived 23 balls for his 2. We've got 2 more balls to survive to try and get through to lunch. Ooh, defended by Graves. No run. 1 more ball to negotiate. Then we can go in for lunch. You are shifting the goalposts. I've never heard you talk like this about King. If it were up to you, people like Steve Waugh would not have been dropped before his 5th test. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean never to? Fam, what are you on about? I did a video about Brandon King should be dropped time ago. Allow me in it. 98 for 6. Last ball defended by Graves, and that is the end of the session. West Indies end the session 98 for 6. We lead by 25. Let me just put this up. We lead by 25 runs. I'm actually awake. I could carry on. If I wanted to, I feel awake enough to continue after lunch, but I'm not going to. West Indies, 27 overs. We scored 66 runs in that session. We lost 4 wickets. Truth be told, people, a lot of what happened, don't get me wrong, it's a difficult track, I think, to feel that you're ever in on. But a lot of our wickets today felt like they were they felt like they were unforced errors. First wicket to fall today, for those who weren't in. Brandon King got run out. I think he drove one through the covers, but he got stopped. He hesitated, and that hesitation was enough. Remember, this is New Zealand we're talking about. He hesitated enough for New Zealand to laying down his stumps. I think the wicketkeeper actually was the one who caught it and then dismissed him. So King went. At that point, King and Hodge had looked really comfortable for the first, half an hour of the game. So that was Brandon King. Hope came out, hit a boundary off his first ball, but then I think it was Michael Ray was bowling, caught a leading edge, and popped one back straight to Ray. So then it was 55 for 4. And at that point, basically, the game was over. Chase then came in. Obviously, Chase is a walking wicket. He's averaging 15 with the bat since taking the captaincy. Sorry, people. How did Chase get out again? Oh, thin tickled edge through to the keeper. So Chase was gone. At that point, it was 70 for 5. Hodge then made his way through to 35. He was looking good, to be fair, looking compact. Swiveled on one, tried to pull one through mid-wicket. Substitute fielder Will Young was stationed at short mid-wicket. He parried it with 2 hands and then caught it with 1 hand as he fell to the ground. Really good catch, to be fair. And Hodge was gone for 35. At that point, it was 90 for 6, I think. And then since then, Imlach's come out. He's survived till lunchtime. I think he's faced 23 balls for his 2. And Justin Graves, in fairness, has looked good, super compact as well. He took a ball in his cocky earlier on, but he seemed to have rubbed that one off. So he's all right. He's still there. I think he's on 14 or 13 runs off, I don't know, 40 balls or something like that. The reality is, if we're being honest, this game should be over by tea time today. All things told, West Indies only have 4 wickets left to go. Once one of these 2 goes, whether that be Imlach or Graves, it's only Roach, Seals. I can't even count Shields because Shields can't bat. So there's only really these 2 left, and then maybe Roach to come. So the likelihood of what happens after this session, when they come back out for the second session, is that West Indies maybe give New Zealand something like, I don't know, with the best will in the world, maybe they give them 75 to 80, something like that, to chase, and then New Zealand will chase that down. New Zealand will chase that down before we get to tea time, and this test match should probably be over today. Santoki and I will do some kind of review show tomorrow, looking back at the test match. Obviously, those who want to have a meltdown will have a meltdown, and we'll look at that. But for now, thank you for everyone who joined in on the live. Let's see what my stats are saying. At one point in this live watch along, there was about 360 something of you in a live watch along at any one time. So big up to that. Let me just deal with a few comments before I go. Livermore looks like he's not happy with me. He says, "You are incredibly dishonest. You are genuinely not a very bright chap." What that sounds like to me, Livermore, is ever since I called you out on the sexual gratification you take from calling for your countrymen to be in the West Indies team, it sounds like you're protesting too much. But I'm not mad at you for that. Like, I get it. I didn't mean to call you out on it. It's just I was asking you a question, and now obviously you're protesting too much about it. Listen, if you love your countrymen, you can love your countrymen. I ain't gonna stop you. You got to do what you want to. You got to do what you want to do, right? Livermore says, "Are you saying King will not be mediocre after 10 tests? See how this works." This is how I know you're a dunce, right? I'm sorry to have to do this, but you're showing your dunceness. 2 weeks ago, Livermore, I dropped a video saying that King deserved to be dropped from West Indies teams. There is the answer to your question. Okay, so I don't know what it is that you want me to say. Okay, and I'm a Jamaican, and I was calling for my own countrymen to be dropped. The difference is you want to sleep with your flag. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem. I don't cut a hole out in the middle of my country's flag and try to shag it. You obviously do, but that's you in it. That's you. Some man get sexual gratification off that stuff. Never me. Listen, people, if you want a different channel to go listen to talk about West Indies cricket, where a man's not going to drag you over the coals and tell you about yourself, you've got Cricket Forum, you've got Top of Off podcasts, you've got Massive Hit Cricket, you've got Powit Play Cricket. There's a bag of channels you can go listen to. If you want to run your mouth and not have anyone hold you to account, go to any of those channels. But if you come on this channel and you talk a bag of fuckery to me, I will call you out and I will drag you across the coals at the same time. Oh, Bomberclot. Oh, Rasclot. I'll see you all very, very soon.
West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast.